Welcome to Ancient Wisdom of the Feminine podcast. We are here with Maya Mashika, medicine woman, and spiritual leader Magdala Ramirez. And we're so happy to hear the Golden Era series with her. The Golden Era teachings have been really amazing for so many people. We thank all of our listeners on Podbean, on YouTube, on Facebook for your support. We're so happy to be doing these new types of videos on YouTube. So here's Ma. Hi, Ma.
Hola, mijita chula. This is a super, super cold day, and I hope everybody is keeping warm and stay home and like me, because I am staying home today. Yet today I really want to talk about something really, really important. It is this incredible merging of the new world. And that merging of the new world, it is really happening within your own self. There is many situations inside of you that it is popping up in this time and space that you are able to see it from a very different perspective of the self. That understanding of the union of polarities, the male and the female, it is happening because you are enlightening your brain. You are rerouting your brain and how this is working. One of the things that we need to be doing at this time is really showing the people how you are able to understand this new world and what is the rules. One of the biggest rules is understanding that world of oneness that you live. The message of one. It is the message of many. And as you know, this world of oneness, it has always been there. It's just that you were not aware for a very, very long time. So I want you to observe your network. I want you to observe what is it in your network. It is really love that you are what it is making all these connections and understanding those connections. There is all this emotional body of unresolved situations that many people they just push it down or don't want to address it in this time and space, or just making the cover up about it, yet they're still there and they're very active, and it is contributing to that network. So you're having all kinds of feelings constantly, hopefully, otherwise you become numb. And you do need to see what is that place in you that it was so much pain and distortion that you were afraid of love. You were afraid of who you are for real. So when you check on those places inside of you, it really creates a very different story. All these emotions that you have, even if you feel down in this time and space, you immediately think of somebody in your network. Well, when you connect with that person is also having that kind of emotion going on. Good sister, it will help you to see the higher picture and be able to transmute all these forces that it is slowing you down constantly, or help you to see it more closely and not deny that place within yourself that you need to face it. We are in this wave. This wave is Ocelot, the jaguar. That has to do with that tiger warrior that you are. That tiger warrior that the ancestors have all this incredible training for the tiger warriors. And the training was in the feminine and in the masculine at the same time. They were tiger warriors, feminine and masculine too. Those exercises were helping the people to understand more that emotional body. and how to deal with those emotions and being able to transmute it, being able to see it in a different perspective, and in that way use your brain in a good way. Brain is beautiful. It's just that people need to learn how to use it again, how to understand it again, how to reroute it and be able to expand your mind to be able to catch upon a very different stories that it is taking place. The divine feminine, as she begins to do this and recognize these connections, is really, really helping someone in your network, in your sisterhood, got it, understand a higher truth, an experience, immediately goes to everyone. And I am telling you, mijita, there are so much of the divine feminine everywhere in the world. We all are having all these experiences. The daughter of the great mother is ready and she's giving birth to the new world. Means she is able to make that realization of the self. She's able to understand a higher picture of herself, recognizing that all the relations are happening inside. So when someone got it and it is able to manifest it, means put it on what she knows, immediately goes to everyone a way of doing this, a way of recognizing this. And that has been a very, very powerful thing because, yes, you do have all the assistance that you need. Now, how you're going to reach that assistance? Everyone, it is connected with everyone in one way or the other. And that connection, it is because of love. When you are in that purification times like we are right now, those purification times is for you to revise what it is that it is stopping me so I can observe it and transmute it. Some of these situations are very, very old. You must recognize too that people that hurt you is because of the pain that they have. Once you understand that place and revisit within yourself, you're able to clear it up and to stabilize the new world within yourself that it is happening right now. For the male and female in this time of love, I love this Valentine's Day because everything it is related in how do you perceive yourself in your male side as a woman, in your feminine side as a woman, and understand this in a higher level of consciousness and removing all this programming of separation that it is taking place. In many cultures, they think that asking for help is a bad thing, and that it is wrong. That is a very wrong belief implanted by the patriarchal system. It is very okay to say, hey, I need you right now. How do you feel about this? Or I am encountering this. And that's when the help comes. And the help needs to come for the highest good of everyone. No hidden agendas of any kind. And as much more people are able to understand this, as much more goes absolutely everywhere. As you know, you heal yourself, you're healing all your lineage in the back, and all your lineage in the front. Because that information immediately goes to everyone. And it is matriarchal. How do you pass it by? And how you bring it into how it is working for you. At the same time that it goes everyone in your network, as well as that connection that you have vertical in that multidimensionality that you are. So the merging of the feminine that it is happening right now, it is bringing finally that balance of the male and female. That is what it is required in this time and space. What do you feel about that, Mijita?
Well, just from personal experiences of being in school with you, it's been just incredible to see the connections that exist emotionally between all of us. And when you are teaching something and being able to tap into that emotion really, I think, helps me and helps, I mean, everyone just understand a higher truth, a different reality within the self. But I was wondering, all those emotions we feel throughout the day that sometimes people have this habit of just pushing down, or sometimes when they do bring it out, it becomes a pity party and a let's just come together and complain about it, but it doesn't go anywhere.
No.
Do we need to have, is it very important to have at least one person in the neural network that has gotten it to overcome it?
There are many people in your neural network. See this as a grid everywhere in the world, Mijita. It is all interconnected, including your ancestors, my ancestors, all the ancestors. You know, before the tribes were tribes, before all this mess begins to happen, human beings were able to understand that connection without words. It was that connection that it is just that vibration. The connectivity that it was very conscious for the people. And that's where we're going back. That's when we understand this in that going back. And it is genetically, it is, you have that. We all have that in that DNA, into that connection that it is just way too important to realize. Human beings, we're not afraid to people see you as you are. You know, every time that you want to cover yourself or you're afraid of it, that is the part that it is actually impeding you to go more harder, more stronger, and to realize more your uniqueness. You do need to remember that the only one that you need to reach is you. And that place in you, it is just way too important because you're there. You have always been there. You just need to remember. So those places in you of who you are and what is happening really within yourself is just way too important. So it is not just one person. It is everyone doing it because you're bringing those changes. Those changes are what it is, that place of understanding your original DNA. Remembering that time that there is no fear. Don't be afraid to be you. That victimization is over. You need to be responsible for you now. And that responsibility it is very imperative at this time. What you're going to do with your own energy. And of course, people feel, well, how do I'm going to face this? Well, that's your tribal warrior. If you avoid it, it's going to bring you down. If you pretend that doesn't exist, it's going to bring you down. You do need to see your shadow. And it is beautiful. Don't judge it. Don't stay there. Nobody is judging. Nobody's going to judge you when you die either. People likes to think in that way for, all these religions and such. But no one, it is judging you but yourself. Then stop judging you. Finally make peace within yourself. Observe those battles and be able to transmute the battle instead of denying and pretending that doesn't exist. The merging of the feminine is here, and she is bringing that union of polarities. because this new world, it is about balance. And that starts with you, that starts with me, we starts with absolutely everyone. Make the inside the same of the outside, and the outside the same of the inside. Means bring yourself into that manifestation. You're being downloaded right now with so much beautiful information. These waves of energy are so beautiful and so important, but how you're gonna understand it? Yet it is up to you. How much of that you want to understand? How much purification do you have? Letting go the things that doesn't belong there, and being able to bring a new understanding and a new consciousness. Observe those parts in you as a woman that you feel lesser than, that you feel, oh my gosh, so many of those programmings that it was installed, especially in the woman aspect. Heal the wounded mother inside of you. Most likely your mother didn't know anything about the divine feminine. Heal that place in you to be able to conceive a very different story inside of you. This is the woman aspect. The woman is the one that enlightens. You need to be holding hands with the great mother. She's talking to you. Through that vibration, you are healing yourself. And with that, you're healing the world. Does this make sense? I want everybody to push this button about subscribe because we're trying to do something new in here. And it will be amazing if we can try to keep on this going. And I am so thankful for you, Mijita, too, for being able to bring all this technology. And soon we're going to be live because we have technology. Maybe you can talk more about that. Tell me.
Well, we're so grateful for all the support, and we need more support. Just for everyone to know, Maz, all the teachings that we've been talking in this episode, how to heal the wounded mother, the daughter aspect, the father aspect. There are lessons for every single teaching in the school online. And I will be posting the link for the lessons for individual courses with this video down below. And there's also a ceremony coming in May called the Priestess.
Yeah.
And if you'd like to sign up early, it gets filled up really quick. Please send her an email. All of those details are going to be down below. If you would like a healing from Mom, there's a way as well for that. And again, all of that is going to be posted in here. We thank you so much for joining us today. Hopefully we're going to be able to do a live session with everyone soon as I can figure out my electronics. But until then, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Thank you, Mai. I just feel so privileged to be able to have the teachings, and the teachings just have been changing my life, and everyone that I know. It's just such a privilege to be doing this. Thank you so much for being here.
I love you. I am you.